meeting to order at whatever time it is.
4:39.
And first order of business is to approve the minutes from June 27th and June 21st. I late brought the minutes with me for June 21st, which will indicate that we didn't do a whole lot except approve a bill from Bill and showed you around the office and then went home.
Okay.
So I need a motion to approve the minutes of June 21st.
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of June 21st, 2021.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
2-0. Then I need a motion to approve the minutes of July 13th.
27.
27th, excuse me. Yeah. What's the date today?
Today.
16th. 8/16. I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from July 27th, 2021.
I second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I don't know if you want me to date this or do you want to do it?
It doesn't
Right.
matter.
I just did it that way. Signatures.
That's all last meeting.
We're gonna make Roy Bishop happier. Boy, can he produce paperwork. I tried looking that thing over and I said, no.
Yeah. Those
No.
cars.
No.
Seriously?
All the line items,
I did read them though.
I read it, but not the,
talking about the-
45 pages worth of data.
You only need one or two?
Just one. Are you talking about the utility or are
Yeah.
you talking, the
The
utility? I just sent it to you guys.
Yeah. There's no
I
way.
didn't look at that.
There's no way you looked at that.
No. Dakota's getting worse every week.
Huh? Already? Early on in the meeting, my signature's hit not bad. Motor vehicle excise. We've got one tonight.
Yes. The deemed denied. Did not receive any information after 90 days.
Works for me. So they had an abatement application sitting here for a while.
Yep.
We have a total of 35 is what you're telling me.
Yes.
I would have thought that there's not that much car inventory out there
There isn't.
to come up with 35.
Well, this is from the beginning of the year too.
Oh, okay.
Or since beginning of, middle of January figure. Whenever people want to,
Yep.
trade them in.
Well, top money for your used car right now.
Huh? Right.
Top money. You could find a new one.
If you want to pay the money for it.
Having fun yet? I'll total it.
A friend of mine had a 2018 Dodge pickup truck that he made money on.
Thank you. Those copies?
Yeah, they
That's what they
sent
submitted?
them in the email. Probably took a picture with their phone and sent it in.
What kind of walk-in traffic do we have now?
here and there.
Yeah.
More phone calls and emails really than anything else.
It's good for you though.
Yeah.
Less contact.
I don't mind it.
Less people that are interested in sharing their life story with you. That happens. Usually going about 10 minutes to 3. Or how they think it's unfair that Carrie Ann requires all this documentation.
No,
Ish.
we don't require all that anymore. At least they have to tell us who they sold the car to or what they did to the car, and then they're signing under penalties and perjury. That the information they are giving us is correct.
See, we're just too good to them.
Well, it's also less paperwork for us.
Right. Nice
Are these
signature.
duplicates from last time or no?
No,
They're all original.
All new.
all new.
She
Some of these
says,
people have a lot of vehicles.
oh, God, yeah. God, yeah.
This one must have moved, huh?
So you just figure out how much excise tax they pay.
I'll go get you.
You know, I never thought of throwing water at her. And all the time I've known her. Damn!
Makes her move, huh?
Oh, I'm gonna have to add that to my repertoire.
Thank you. I'll trade it.
Could be much worse.
Could be. Could have got on you.
It will be.
That's why I don't sit over there.
That's
Usually
one of the
put my
reasons.
stuff over here.
That's one of the
Thank you.
reasons.
One of the reasons.
I think the main reason isn't because of that, though.
Fact. Fact. Yep. Just in case you're wondering, that's 35 that we're going through.
Delightful.
For almost $5,000.
Time well spent. Not for us, though.
But
But just wait till you get that time of year when you have to sign exemptions.
yeah. But I do wonder, quite frankly, with the cost of new vehicles, where all the excise money goes.
For the town?
That's a lot of excise money.
Catching up to you. And I threw water.
Yeah. Well, I admit, we have to, replace stone walls up on Taylor Street, but how much can that take? That's my favorite.
The stamp would be helpful right now.
Yeah, that's
You'll
cheating.
be begging for this stamp in December.
That's cheating. Sweet.
Number 35.
DLS exemptions for 2023?
I was just looking ahead.
Oh, I don't have that.
Yes, you do. It's in your hand. I was looking ahead
Okay.
and thinking how our income and asset levels are kind of low, or I want to say high, low, because we require for senior it's 700. I'm sorry, 15,000 for maximum. By at the annual meeting for fiscal year 2023, if we ask for General Laws 59, Section 5, Clause 17F, which gives us the right to adjust the maximum amount allowable on an exemption. So we can then, when DOR or DLS tells us you can have 2.5% increase, we can also increase the maximum assets, that 2.5%.
At our discretion?
Right, up to that 2.5%. So
Oh,
same thing
right.
with General Laws, Chapter 59, Section 5, Clause 49D. We can take the income and asset levels and adjust and change them up to whatever the state allows us to. So if the state says in the cost of living that we get every year,
Right.
that you can adjust up to 2.5%, this will give us that flexibility to go ahead and adjust the income and the assets as well. Where we only adjust for the 17D, for surviving spouses and widows and
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
seniors,
Right.
that we only allow for that one. So by accepting these two clauses, we can also be adjusting the income and the asset limits as well.
Seems reasonable.
And we would have to ask,
This has to go before a town meeting.
right,
So I'm giving it to you guys now
right,
to maybe read what I gave you guys.
for the
And
September
maybe
meeting,
at-
20th meeting?
No, it would have to go to either the next meeting after that or the annual town meeting. I don't know if they're gonna have another special town meeting.
Right.
But at least for the annual town meeting, we could get something on
Yep.
the annual town meeting to accept these two clauses.
Got it.
So if you guys wanna read up on it, and I
Reese.
just don't know how soon we have to let
Right.
the town administrator or the select
Be
board
on it.
know that we have two items we want on the annual town
Right.
meeting.
Thank you.
So, that's what that is.
And we've got a building permit for just the month of August?
Actually, it's July, I apologize. At August.
So we've had a lot come in.
This is, just for July.
Yep.
These are the building permits that came in. And if I can say something else about building permits
Go ahead.
as well. As I was going through the building permits and getting everything entered, I came across a couple of building permits that were not visited, that need to get visited. One, there's a brand new house on 78 Chicopee Street that's being built, and there's nothing. There's no information at all.
Is it Bernash?
No.
Brault, Breault.
On Chicopee Street? It must
There
be-
was a house there that was torn down, and now a building permit was taken out to build a new house.
That must be by the range.
Right across from the range.
Yeah.
Yeah, 70 what?
78 Chicopee
Okay,
Street,
yep. Okay,
34 South Street. It's a new house. This building permit was taken out on October 2nd of 2019,
It's the corner of South and
and we have nothing. I know this one is 100% complete just recently.
that's the one.
But
the
I'm
corner of
assuming it's
East
gonna
and
be-
South. Or Pleasant and South.
right.
No,
No.
this is actually like by the Galusha farm. This is close to Barton Street
That- is
and
that
South.
Bushes?
This is
South Area.
Sexton.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay,
So I know it's 100%, but it might not have been on January 1.
Mm.
So I'm kind of trying to figure that out. 1 Jennifer Drive needs to be visited, and
what'd they do?
this was for a 2018 permit for a house addition, connector, and deck.
That
And
must be the one right there and
this on the corner of East and Jennifer.
yeah.
And this was finished December 15th, 2020, and I have it still as incomplete. So just if somebody
remember
wants to
that.
go
I
out and
remember the
just
house.
verify
Yep.
the information. And then 171 Taylor Street, there was, maybe we can even put this one on, there's a horse barn, but I don't know if it was there January 1st or not. So I just need assistance with these, please.
The key
If
at
you
this
guys-
moment is just take whatever she's got, and then we can just throw it away.
That would be the wrong answer, Mr. Leonard.
We can just
Wrong
tell her
answer.
That we're gonna take care of it.
Wrong answer, Mr. Leonard. Wrong
She's
answer.
just
Duly
happy.
noted.
She's just happier for a little while.
I'd be interested in
Okay.
going on those as well.
Sure.
Trying to do the right thing.
You are.
A letter from Bishop and Associates concerning our municipal
Values.
equipments,
So one letter was.
which was a reflection of a decision.
Well, one letter is regarding the utilities, the
Right.
504. I think the letter is more so just explaining to you guys how
arrived
the
at-
utility company's values now need to be arrived by DOR. So I think that's just really that one letter is explaining how he came up
So,
with the values for
And
504s.
telling us that we're going to take those values and apply it to our property.
Correct.
Right.
The other one is for residential properties.
Right.
And he is suggesting an 8% increase across the board.
That's all?
In order for us to get to a 0.98 median, according to state laws, we do have to be between a 0.9 and a 1.1, but the goal is to be as close to 100% as possible. You don't want to be at 100%,
Right.
so we're usually between a 0.96 and a
good for you.
0.98.
And when do we need to vote on it?
If you guys wanna wait for Bill, that would be fine. There is something also regarding commercial properties in here
Ooh, goody.
as well towards the end where he discusses, due to the coronavirus, that some
So decrease for commercial?
decreases for commercial properties because some businesses are hurt more during the coronavirus
the
than
ones that-
others.
Excelled. Is it across the board or is it?
It says it in the letter.
I mean, I know like restaurants were hit hard and stuff like that. In some
Right.
industries that couldn't even work, but then there was others that
So
like,
on page
Great.
2 of the letter, it does say total reduction of up to 25% for retail, restaurant, and any currently vacant property.
so would that be at our discretion?
This is something for you guys to review and then come back at the next meeting, I guess when you guys have
Question.
Bill here, to make the decision and then he can come in and set our values for 2023. And then we can send information.
I
to
see
the
the
state
rationale.
Certified.
Playing devil's advocate, income and expenses being so affected because of the COVID crap that we've gone through and will probably continue to go through, that doesn't necessarily mean that we can prove a drop in value.
It does because a lot of these businesses couldn't even be open.
Right.
Restaurants, for example.
Right.
They couldn't even
Sure,
be open, so
right.
their income was a lot less. But their expenses, they probably still had to pay rent. They still had to pay their utilities.
Right.
But they had no
Okay,
income
o-
coming in.
Over and above restaurants.
Over and above restaurants. For Granby, it's a little bit more difficult only because we're such a small community
Right.
and we really don't have that much.
Okay. I can certainly see going down 25% for restaurants and leaving everything else the same. That's my personal opinion.
Right.
Almost a professional opinion, but only almost. So,
Very good.
but I'm bouncing that off of you too.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree. I definitely think restaurants were the hardest hit, at least for Granby, because gas stations could still be open.
Right.
CVS would still be open.
Very good.
Post
We'll table
office
that
is still
till, our next meeting.
Yep. So if you guys wanna read it again prior to the next meeting,
Definitely.
ask any
That-
questions,
I'll
and then,
Probably read that tonight. Along with building permits. Oh, what a smart ass. What a smart ass. Chapter lane letter to be sent out.
I just changed it a little bit and just made a checklist for everybody, for all 61A and 61Bs. Just saying, you know, reminding people what we need for documentation and when the chapter lane applications are due. I'm going to be hopefully getting them out by the end of this month, and maybe by the end of next week those will be mailed, hopefully.
All right, let me look at it. I don't need to look at it, but I'm gonna look at it.
It's right there. Isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
this is a different
Yeah.
one.
I'm gonna pretend it's right there.
It just gathers.
It's
Is it in the trash
It's
pile?
in the trash pile.
I'll remember.
She will too.
Should be looking for this on YouTube.
Oh, stop it. Nobody actually watches YouTube. Huh? Thank you.
So this is,
Yep.
and I
going
wanted
out
to
in
let
the
you guys.
This is a
yes.
notice that she's on top of it.
Just wanted to let you guys know because I do have Board of Assessors at the bottom of the order, that's all.
If you can find that paper in here, you're doing good.
I could pull it out right now. if you
Of course you could. All right, on camera, why don't you pull it out? She's just gonna do it to embarrass the crap out of me.
Oh!
Oh, snap!
want. It's right here! It's right there.
See, that was not dementia. I know what dementia feels like.
It's gotta be in there somewhere.
That's right.
Is that the letter to
No,
building inspector?
That's
a
the letter
different
to the
letter.
building inspector.
he's hiding it just because it's him.
Letter to be, oh,
Wouldn't
good.
expect any less.
Do you want, Bill to sign this? I almost mentioned this to Greg, because I was seeing Greg on some other business.
I have not, I have sent him a couple different emails and he doesn't
All right,
respond
I'm
to
gonna
it
have a-
regarding it.
I'm gonna have a face to
So,
face with
yeah,
him.
so what that letter is just saying, a letter to the building inspector saying that you guys would like me to go out and visit any new houses
Yes,
when they're requiring their occupancy certificate.
and this makes it official, so that,
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Okay, thank you.
try to get him to wrap up his stuff a little more professionally. Can I see that on camera?
You already did.
Too late. Good thing we're not live.
Yeah, if I pay him enough, he'll edit this. Vision upgrade.
So Vision did reach out to me. I also reached out to Vision, Tasha, regarding the
Yep.
Vision upgrade. I know you guys,
She's
when I
still
was
there?
here,
Oh,
she's still
God.
there.
God
She did
bless
leave
her.
for a little while, but now she's
Right.
back.
Okay.
I know we talked about it prior to when I left before for it to be done after the fiscal year 2020 certification. It hasn't been done yet, so
We're about 2 versions behind.
she called
Yes.
me. I said I was actually going to give you a call. So she sent us a quote. It is $15,000 to do the upgrade. It includes 5 static base years to be PDF'd. So we can still have that information, which we are supposed to be. I did tell her that we have 11 years worth of static database. She did send me an email back saying that they would give us a 25% off. There's $500 each, so to do the other 6 static databases, it'd be $2,250 more. So then everything would be PDF'd. Otherwise, I have to go and print off 6 years worth of property record cards.
Right.
So between
In addition
ink-
to this 15?
So the
Yes.
net for 11 years is what? The net bill.
2250.
So it's 15,000
Yep.
to do the upgrade and 5 years
Right.
of static databases. And
But
then
we
So
need more than
17,250.
but then for the 6 more years, they're giving us a 24% discount on the other years. So that's another $2,250. on top of the 15,000.
Okay, so 17,000.
250.
I know the collector's office is possibly looking into doing a grant to upgrade her software. It is a town-wide grant, so this is something that
So we can
we
jump
could
on the
put
bandwagon,
into that
maybe?
grant as well to
Okay.
try and get the money
From,
from the state. It's a state grant. So I can request, with your approval, I can ask the collector if we could include the $17,250 in that grant to have vision upgraded.
I can't see why I wouldn't.
So
Why
I
not? Why don't you
will,
reach
I
out?
will talk with the collector and ask her to include another 17,000.
$250.
Thank you. To, do the vision upgrade.
Got it.
And a bottle of water.
So you could throw that one out.
Yes. Well, we can't get it, we'll have something to throw.
So yes, thank you.
Does this follow-up item number 1 have an address?
That's at 117 Pleasant Street with the
That's,
second, the two lots.
Barton Street, 2 Barton Street and 117 Pleasant Street.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Which I drove by and I don't, based on the values on the card, I don't think we need to visit it. I think we're pounding sand if we want to change the value. We're a little quote unquote overvalued on the sale, but not enough to warrant changing it. And they're making great use of that property. I'll tell you, that's a little
It's a
bit
nice
of a
piece of
glitch.
property.
That's a hell of a glitch.
Yeah.
It's actually-
That
Thank you.
that somebody with 117 Pleasant Street has connected it to their home on Barton Street, and now you got a heck of a piece of property.
Well, that's been like that for a while.
You're right,
It's a
but
previous
but
owner.
it got done under the radar,
Right.
because 117 Pleasant Street wouldn't qualify as anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this was sold in 2017 for $10,000. We actually have it assessed at $53,000, but the land value alone is $12,700. So I think
What's the other parcel?
the other parcel is assessed at $296,500. And it was 2 separate deeds. This deed alone sold for $10,000.
So was this in question or was the other one in question?
It's the land of this property is in question because it was at $12,700.
Yeah, what's that? What was that?
That's half an acre.
Half an acre.
Yes, just over.
Which is low ballpark, but I don't think we can do it with an easement on it. I don't think we can do anything else. I'm inclined to leave it alone.
Easement because of the other parcel?
It's just an easement.
Power.
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 Yeah.
I don't even know if it's still there. It might
Right,
have been an
neither do I.
easement that was supposed to go through, but
And then
didn't,
further down.
looking at
yeah.
plans.
Do easements last forever?
They run with the land.
Okay.
Okay.
So my view is that we'll leave it alone.
I agree, yeah. I mean, if it was a crazy difference, then.
Right.
But it doesn't seem to be. What is typically a
Granby
half an
Business
acre?
Development Committee, Bill hasn't gotten back to us. I might
When can we take that off the agenda?
ask that question on the side tonight.
Can I just
Yeah.
state something?
Anything.
I found an email from Roy, and I've also sent information regarding this as well a while ago. But tax incentive programs, this Granby Business Development, this is all with the select board. The select board is the one that
Right.
talks to this, the potential owner or property builder, and we assessors, in my opinion, don't
Follow
have
behind.
much to do with it. We
Right.
just are
In the loop.
we're just the ones implementing what the select board and the property owner have put in place and have come to agree on.
Right.
So in my opinion, there's really nothing for us to be deciding on this. And that's just my opinion, so.
I happen to agree.
So we can
FYI
take-
for both of you, this was Jay Joyce's concept, and Jay Joyce is not on
select board anymore.
Is that
And-
board still existent?
I think the committee's non-existent right now. So we will remove that only because the committee no longer exists.
Okay.
I wonder what Alex thinks of all this crap.
It's probably very boring for him.
And the noise abatement,
sleeping
I
over there?
reached out to Samantha once again, and I'm gonna be bringing in a hard copy that's not gonna be very specific.
I think it's hard to
So
really
is this-
do anything unless we also have sales to justify it.
Right, but if I can come here with a map, even though we can't make out much because the overview is from a satellite,
Right.
I'll just bring it here and we'll just base all our information
So is this
on
regarding
NEC as it
current
come.
abatements?
It's
Or
regarding
the maps changed?
the current abatements, but the map has changed.
So way back when, nobody knows when,
Yeah.
somebody must have filed an abatement
For noise.
for the noise. And so this area over on East Street, Sherwood Drive, and Acrebrook all had a condition factor put on their land to reduce the value of their land.
Between a certain amount of area and a certain amount of area.
Yes.
It's
So,
still there.
yes, so now it has been brought to the board to discuss whether or not, because the new C5s have a different engine, it's not as loud,
Not nearly as loud.
No.
even though it can still be kind of loud, because I am over their fly zone.
Yep.
You actually think it's like a little jet plane coming and you're like, wow.
So that's why this came behind, and then somebody brought up, I think it was you brought up, the fact that there's a new noise map. So that's
It's a
why.
new report all the way around, which not only, it doesn't specifically deal with the noise.
So when's the last time we got, I mean, well, we
When
would've
the-
gotten one big
when Westover,
bill was
um,
built. Or
was
right.
first decided to buy up all the properties.
Okay.
That's when they,
So
Came
do
up with
these
it.
building lots that are now land still have,
they have condition factors, but we can't sell them nobody can sell them right now.
no?
Yeah, they're
Well,
actually
it's a
tax
private-
exempt.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Because it's
Which is
federal
crazy.
government.
You've turned Granby into some vacant land,
Right,
which is wrong, and that's tax revenue that we lost.
right.
Thank you very much,
You don't have to thank me for it.
federal government.
Meetings of
I will
September.
bring back a map.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess this just keeps coming up every meeting. What are we trying to do with this?
We're trying to basically, it certainly looks as though, because of the map, that not everyone is
So we can take it out
Eligible.
of some properties.
for the same
Okay.
abatement.
So is there a different layer of map to see that isn't a sky view? Do they have multiple layers? You know what I'm talking about?
No, you're thinking way
That's-
too sophisticated.
Really?
They just give you more pages. That's all they give you. There's a 185-page document.
Then the maps are from the sky view.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can try and find something online as well, and if I can, I'll email it
You know
to
what I'm talking
guys.
about though?
Yeah.
How they,
Absolutely.
okay.
I'll see if I can.
And I
find
I've asked repeatedly for a hard copy.
Like would we be able to overlay it on something maybe?
Nope. You would think that they would do that too. It's only because that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Maybe
because
we
how
had
do you,
GIS, we would be able to do
Oh,
something
stop
like
your
that, but
noise
we don't
with
have
GIS.
GIS. Where we could attach our property record.
That's
records
right. Okay, Greg. Greg's still working.
whatever happened with that?
GIS?
Oh.
Did that get, yeah,
GIS.
to. If
It's
you
too
would like, I
expensive.
can put it on the next agenda.
I'd love
Yeah.
you to.
Okay.
Yep. Because if that's going in front of a town meeting, then we have to get that on there along with the other, yeah.
It's interesting. It's relatively expensive for a town our size.
Oh no, I know, but
But what?
let's stay in the
In the loop?
ages of
Right.
darkness.
Knock it out of the dark.
Well, let me,
Oh, stay in the
and
if we're not gonna move forward, let's,
Right.
why,
And
you know what I'm saying?
I
I'd love to
know-
get out of it.
I know if you were to take a look at the minutes or the video of past meetings when the subject of GIS came up, I said, well, the only thing GIS mapping does is help realtors.
And appraisers.
Not yourself?
and appraisers, not
But
much.
So
GI
do you know what your property card looks like right now?
Of course I do.
Because you're an assessor. Everyone else in town, do they?
Right, most people in town don't know that they have a property card.
Or it could be at their disposal if they
Right.
wanted it.
Why would they want it?
You
For
don't- How many
appraisers?
people? I
Oh.
mean, anything.
How many
Right, I
people-
don't feel, I literally don't feel any particular need to help an appraiser. You know what they charge?
I'm probably up to 30 cards already this year that I have emailed out.
Yeah.
Just this
And,
month.
and
we're
I
only
don't
on the
agree with the
16th.
fact that she emails them out. Appraisers do not drop their prices just because they can get it on GIS.
And it's this,
So, just to throw it out there, when
Right.
prices increase on real estate, our values go up within X amount of years. So we're not benefiting from a
I think the value of real estate is gonna go up regardless.
right.
That's not.
So you don't want to, because you don't want to help an appraiser. You don't want to.
I don't have any incentive to help an appraiser. If you want to point out one, I'd love to hear it, but I don't have any incentive to help an appraiser.
because a lot
So
of
that's-
appraisers also can only do drive-bys. They're not getting in the house. They're doing drive-bys, a lot of these appraisers as well.
Okay,
So they still need information,
okay.
but it can only be a drive-by.
Well, they can come to this office and get the information.
That's why I'm emailing it to them.
So that regardless, if they stand here for 10 minutes and chat, or she takes 10 minutes to send it to them, it's still our time.
Right,
She's
Right,
wasting.
but
Not wasting.
as
right?
as
She
a
could be doing
taxpayer,
something
no,
else.
as a taxpayer, you have to convince me why I want to help an appraiser.
But it's not even just
It's not
helping
just for you're
appraisers.
stuck on the appraiser, but not just.
Well,
It
that's
is.
what you pointed out.
It's to help everybody. It's even the taxpayer.
How are you
Because
helping
they
the
can,
taxpayer?
because they can go online to verify that the
much
information
does
that
that
they
cost
have
them?
is correct. How much does it cost them?
Yeah.
It might cost, I'll get the numbers and
Okay.
I'll figure it out per parcel.
Good.
On how much
Perfect,
it would cost to
perfect,
put GIS online.
perfect.
Okay. I'm just saying,
Right,
it's
those are numbers that we need to
it's
have
town-
in order
it's-
to go to the town.
Well, I realize that, but I mean, it's realistically
Okay.
for the next meeting.
well,
I think it's being blanketed as an appraiser standpoint, helping them, but I'm not quite sure that.
Well, no,
That's
if you're
what
gonna
we're
throw
trying
out
to-
that we're helping an appraiser, I don't, as a taxpayer, I certainly don't have any reason to help an appraiser.
Why, I get where you're coming from, but it's not just for that.
I help an appraiser when I hire him.
Right,
Other than that, I'm not interested in helping him.
right. Well, you have to kind of hire them.
Right.
okay, September meetings.
September meetings, what time is, when's Alec available?
Are you lonely, like by yourself now? Not lonely, but.
No, she's back.
She did
Oh,
leave?
she's back, yeah.
I'm hiring 2 more people.
Oh,
She's
stop
leaving,
it.
so I'm hiring 2 people. So
So she is leaving.
She's going to the West Coast,
yeah, she's going to West Coast.
San Diego, San Francisco.
I think so, yeah.
So you want to
Yes.
do the 7 and the 21st because we cannot have a meeting on the 20th because there's an annual town meeting.
7 and 21st.
September?
Yes.
What do you mean special?
Yes. Special.
7th and 21st, what time?
How'd you
4:30.
guys like 4:30? How'd it work for you
How'd
guys?
you like this?
It works perfectly fine.
Alright.
Okay. Okay.
At 4:30. Any other business? Meeting adjourned.